He wasn't a hero. He wasn't even popular. He was just a boy who wanted one quiet lunch break. But when he walked past the hallway and saw the school's biggest bully slam a quiet kid against the lockers, something inside him snapped. He didn't know it yet, but the choice he made in that moment would change the entire school. His name was Noah Martinez, a 16-year-old junior at Riverside High, a place where teachers tried their best, students tried to fit in, and bullies ruled the hallways like they owned the building. Noah was the type of kid everyone liked but didn't pay much attention to. He wasn't the funny one, or the athletic one, or the class president. He was just Noah. Quiet, observant, kind. He loved drawing, kept to himself, and did everything possible to avoid conflict. But life has a strange way of forcing you to face the things you spend years avoiding. And Noah's moment came on a gray Tuesday afternoon. It was lunchtime. Students scattered through the hallways, some going to class early, some hanging around lockers, some sneaking snacks past the hall monitors. Noah walked slowly, earphones in, trying to finish his sandwich before his next class. That's when he heard it. A thud, then another, then a muffled cry. Noah stopped walking. He pulled out his earphones and listened again. Another thud. He stepped toward the corner of the hallway, one leading to the older, quieter West Wing, a place where few students hung out anymore. He peeked around the corner and froze. There, pressed against the lockers, was Ethan Carter, a tiny 14-year-old freshman known for being painfully shy. He barely talked, barely raised his head. He floated through school like a ghost no one cared about. Towering over him was Logan Ryder, the school's biggest bully, and the reason half the freshmen dreaded coming to school. Logan had Ethan by the shirt collar, lifting him slightly off the ground. Noah's heart thudded. He wanted to run. He wanted to pretend he didn't see it. He wanted to avoid the trouble. But then something happened that changed everything. Ethan whispered, "Please, stop. I can't breathe." And Logan only tightened his grip. Noah felt heat rush through his chest. He didn't think. He didn't plan. He just stepped forward. "Let him go." His voice came out louder than he expected. Logan turned slowly, like a predator interrupted. "You talking to me, Picasso?" Picasso, Logan's nickname for Noah because he always carried a sketchbook. Noah swallowed hard. "Yes, let him go." Logan smirked. "Oh, look at this. The quiet artist wants to play hero." He shoved Ethan to the ground and stepped toward Noah. Students nearby started filming. Phones rose. Whispers spread. Noah's stomach twisted. He knew he couldn't win in a fight. Logan was bigger, stronger, meaner. But then he remembered what his mother always told him. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing what's right even when fear screams louder. So Noah did something bold, something unexpected. He dropped his backpack, stood tall, looked Logan dead in the eye and said, "Hit me if you want, but everyone's recording. And after today, this school will finally know who you really are." Logan's smile faded. No one had ever stood up to him like that. Not like this. Not in front of cameras. Ethan, still on the floor, stared at Noah in disbelief. Students gathered. Teachers were on their way. Logan looked around and realized something. If he hit Noah, he wouldn't be feared anymore. He'd be exposed. He lowered his fist. "You're dead," he muttered. Then he stormed away. Noah's legs shook violently. He bent down to help Ethan. "You okay?" Noah asked. Ethan nodded weakly. "Why? Why did you help me?" Noah gave a small smile. "Because someone should have." The aftermath. The videos spread across the school by the next class period. Teachers called Noah to the office. Students whispered his name in the hallways. For the first time in his life, he wasn't invisible. The principal thanked him for stepping in, but reminded him he put himself in danger. Still, Noah didn't care. He cared about Ethan, the kid who could have been him if life had been a little harsher. And Ethan didn't forget. From that day on, he followed Noah around like a quiet shadow. He sat with him at lunch, walked with him to class, talked more than he ever had before. Noah didn't realize he had given Ethan something important: a friend, a protector, a sense of safety. 2 days after the incident, the principal held a school-wide meeting. He played clips from the videos showing what Logan did and what Noah did. The gym was silent. For the first time ever, students saw Noah as more than the quiet boy with a sketchbook. They saw him as brave. They saw him as someone who actually cared. Teachers introduced a new program, Stand Together, a peer-led initiative to protect students from bullying before it escalated. And guess who was chosen to design the posters and help lead the program? Noah. Ethan volunteered too. It was the first time anyone had seen him raise his hand for anything. And Logan? He was suspended for a month and required to attend counseling sessions. Students who used to fear him started reporting him instead. He lost the control he'd held for years, all because one boy refused to look away. The unexpected twist months passed, and the school slowly transformed. Kids who were once terrified now felt safe walking through the halls. The quiet students had a place to belong. New friendships formed. Teachers saw change they hadn't seen in years. But the biggest change came from someone no one expected. Logan, the bully. One afternoon, Noah was finishing a mural he had painted for the program, a huge piece showing students helping each other. When he heard footsteps behind him, he turned and froze. Logan stood there, hands in his pockets, expression unreadable. Noah tensed. "What do you want?" he asked quietly. Logan shifted awkwardly. I, I wanted to say thanks." Noah blinked. "Thanks? For what?" "For stopping me that day." Logan swallowed. "For embarrassing me." Noah frowned. "That's not... I wasn't trying to..." "No," Logan cut in. "You don't get it. When you stood up to me, I realized something. I wasn't strong. I was angry. I was hurting. And I took it out on people who didn't deserve it." His voice cracked. "I'm trying to be better now. Counseling's helping. I'm not the same guy anymore." Noah stared at him, surprised, moved, silent. Logan looked down at the mural. "It's good," he said quietly. "Looks like hope." Noah smiled softly. "That's the point." Logan hesitated. Then he extended his hand. "Truce?" Noah took it. "Truce." For the first time, Logan smiled sincerely. By the end of the year, Riverside High became a different school entirely. A safer one. A kinder one. A school where people cared because one student cared first. And Ethan? He flourished. He joined art club, joined robotics, made friends, smiled more, spoke up, laughed. He was no longer invisible. Years later, he would tell his own children, "The bravest person I ever knew wasn't the strongest or the loudest. He was just the one who refused to walk away." And it all began with one moment in a hallway where a quiet boy chose kindness over fear. One act of courage from one ordinary student didn't just stop a bully. It changed an entire school and healed more hearts than he ever knew.